Over the last 5 weeks, I've been in the process of building up to running 100 miles a week. It's been slow and monotonous, which is exactly how it should be. But every now and then there comes a point when you have to test your fitness and see where you stand. Over the last 6 years, I've done this with a 3200 time trial every August. There's nothing on the line except pride, which makes it a perfect time to dig deep and hurt for 8 laps of fun. So, welcome to the 2025 time trial. Alright, so we are in week 5 of building up to running 100 miles a week, and this week we have 68 miles planned. It's currently Wednesday, and so yesterday we had a workout where we ran 12 and a half miles of volume, and the day before that we did an 8-mile run. I think it was on a treadmill, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been outside. Actually, I think it was outside, and that made the Tuesday workout much harder. So we did 8 miles outside at like 10 a.m., and it was already 95-degree heat index or something like that. And so it was very hot, and it made the 1 hour run very challenging. But we got that in, and so 8 miles on Monday, 12 and a half yesterday. The goal today is just to get in some easy mileage, get in some easy running, and that's gonna set us up for success for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we actually have a time trial planned, and so this is the same time trial that I've been running every year on the channel for the last 5 years, and so this will be year 6 of running the time trial, which is kind of a crazy thing to think about because I didn't know if I'd be running it this year, but here we are, and it's gonna be like just a fun little thing. They have a community fun run event, and there's like a bunch of different heats, and there's a bunch of different people that are running different speeds, and so gonna go out and run that tomorrow. I think I can run, if I had to get an estimate of like where my time's gonna be, I think it's gonna be somewhere between 9:30 and 9:45 based upon my fitness, based upon the work I've been doing. Like I said, we're 5 weeks into a build, so we have pretty strong aerobic fitness right now. Planning tomorrow to be, I want to enjoy it, I want to have fun with it. It's just something kind of spur of the moment, but it's a little chance to run fast. Let's see where the fitness is and just kind of explore that. And so looking at the weather right now, it's actually like 85 degrees, which is relatively reasonable. It's not 100, and the heat index is actually around 85. It's just rain, so it's probably going to be pretty humid, but I might actually just go outside and log some miles on the road. So pretty humid, but it's also pretty reasonable, and so it's not too bad out here. Hoping that I don't completely die because of the heat and humidity and sun. Honestly, I think it's gonna be pretty good because most of the time what kills me is the sun. I sweat a lot, but also like the sun just cooks you and drains you of all your energy, and so just having a reasonable amount of shade, reasonable amount of overcast, it's gonna get kind of muggy, it's gonna get humid, I'm gonna sweat a lot, but at the end of the day, you know, it's all right. We're just going out and we're running, and that's what happens when you run. So. I always do that, and I know it. Now we're rolling. All right, so we are 3.3 miles in. Just a nice little downhill. One of my favorite parts on the route. And it's just like, heart rate went from like 145 to 130 instantaneously. Freaking awesome. So I recently discovered this gravel kind of road. It's over in the state park near where I live, and it's been so nice. It's like a mixture of paved, like really old pavement that hasn't been repaved in like 20 years, and then like gravel like this. So it's been so nice to come over here, get a little bit of soft surface, just kind of enjoy it. So mile 9 was 7:29, which felt pretty smooth. They're all feeling pretty smooth. We're coming up right here. This last mile has a lot of hills. So usually the heart rate goes up and down for the whole last mile. So it's like 155, and it's down to like 140, and then 155, 140. Yeah, super good run, super enjoyable. All right, mile 10, 7:17. Whew. 1 hour and 13 minutes, 55 seconds. So right under an hour and 14. Good little run though. Felt like comfortable.
Honestly, that run didn't feel hard at all. Like there wasn't a point where I was like, ooh, we gotta grind through this and like get to the end. Just very mellow, very manageable, pretty low heart rate the whole time. So I'm like, all right, we're building fitness, which is exciting. But now it's time to go inside, get some water, rehydrate, and probably get some food in a little while. But now time to kind of rest up. Might do a little bit of a shakeout tomorrow morning. We got the time trial coming up tomorrow night at like 8:30. So looking forward to that. Just enjoying the moment. And yeah.
So we're cooking up some eggs this morning, doing eggs, toast. Might get some avocados as well, do an avocado toast, some eggs. Kind of a good, solid, balanced morning breakfast. That's what the plan is for today. Let me get this rolling, get these eggs cracked while the pan's the right temperature. So yeah, we're cooking 4 eggs, and then we're gonna do 2 pieces of toast. One might be avocado toast, and the other's probably gonna be toast with jelly because I like to have something a little bit sweet with my like meals. Like toast and jelly is just like my go-to, always has been. So we're gonna do that. And then I was gonna go out and run this morning some, but then I looked at my mileage, like I think I only need like 8 today. So if I only need 8 today, then I'm just gonna probably get most of that mileage tonight. Brewed up some coffee. Now we're about to lock in and see if we can figure out DaVinci Resolve. ASMR? Anybody? Anybody? So basically, like, taking this time to learn an entire new software is going to, I feel like it's going to redefine how I create videos, which is going to allow me to continue to produce higher quality stuff in the future as I continue to figure out more and more about the science of creating better colors, the science of just editing. I already know how to edit good videos in Final Cut Pro. I know how to edit good videos in other editing softwares, but like now to sit down in DaVinci and be like, all right, let's see if we can edit a good video in DaVinci. Let's see all the things that we know, all the shortcuts that we know, they're all going to be different. But I feel like editing in DaVinci is going to open up an entire new realm of possibilities in the type of content that I create and the type of stuff that I'm making. So I'm just super excited about this. And the next video, this video that you're watching right now, is edited on DaVinci. So, or I got really fed up with it and edited on Final Cut Pro after failure after failure after failure. I guess we'll see. Maybe this video never even makes it out because I get so fed up with editing. But anyways, let's see if we can learn this thing. About to head to the track, ready to do this time trial. It's gonna be a 3,200 meters, so 8 laps. And I think the goal, I don't have any real goals with it right now. I wasn't planning on running a race at this time, and so it's kind of just like, oh, okay, let's go get a hard stimulus in. Let's see if we can run pretty fast. Let's get out smooth, be like really relaxed in the first mile. I think I can come through pretty relaxed and run 4:40 for the first mile. So a smooth 4:40, and then if I could split another 4:40, that'd be 9:20, which would be a really good run. I'm not really sure. I haven't run all that fast recently. Mainly been focusing in on 5 flat pace to 5:45 pace for most of my workouts, and so to actually dig down into a 4:40 or anything sub 5 right now is going to be a little bit odd. And I also haven't been running very many strides. Actually, I've been running 0 strides, so running anything fast is going to be a bit of a challenge, but who cares at this point? I mean, we're going to go out here, we're going to have fun, and that's really what it's all about. It's just about getting out here, running something fun, having a good time with it, enjoying every moment, and just seeing what you're made of. And that's all I can ask for today. And if I can just do the best that I can today, then I'll be happy with that. And that's the attitude I'm going to have about it. And I know with that attitude, it's going to carry me really far. So, going to go do this thing, no expectations, just going to have a good time. So, let's go to the track.
I mean, might as well, right? Make the move!
All right, so that's pretty good. We even split it technically. We went out a little slow in the first 800, and then we sped it up in laps like 3 and 4. So we went out in 2:22, then we sped it up. We came through the mile in 4:40, and then we kind of just held on to that faster pace. I mean, coming through in like 70s, and then with a lap to go, I was at 8:15, and so I closed in like 64. So I would say it's a pretty good run, closing 64 on that. I mean, it was good aerobic stimulus for sure. And so just try to dig into it, try to have fun with it, try to smile through the whole thing. Even the last 100, like I think it was Matthew Singletary turned on the jets, blew past me. I was like, let's go, Matthew. Like, it was so exciting, like just to see him do that. And I was like, man, there we go. And that's what it's all about. So had a good time. Ran something pretty fast, faster than what I thought I was gonna run, and now we're gonna reset, and I don't know what I'm doing next. I guess a half marathon in December or something like that. Let's go.
All right, so I want to take a second to talk about the time trial and everything I'm doing in life and what I'm doing with the channel and what's going on with just everything pretty much. I just give a little bit of an update because I haven't really been posting as consistently as I would like on YouTube or on Instagram or anywhere really. And so I just kind of wanted to be like, all right, let me just talk to the camera real quick. So let's talk about the time trial first, because coming off this video, I mean, like that's fresh. That was like right there. So I feel like the time trial went exceptionally well. It's cool to see what 5 weeks of consistent training will actually do for you as far as fitness goes. And to go out in that race, I feel like everything went according to plan. It was like very smooth in the first mile. We went out in 4:40, and then it was just kind of like, all right, let's just stay smooth. Let's stay consistent. So we were a little bit slow in the first 800, and we went out in like 2:22, and then we sped up in lap 3, and then we split it pretty even in lap 4 to come through in 4:40, which I felt like was a pretty good number. Like that was literally the number that I was hoping for. And so we came through in 4:40, and I was like, all right, let's just stay smooth right here. Let's stay comfortable. And I was able to kind of dig down into it. I kind of framed a little bit in lap like 5 and 6, but then by lap 7, like we were able to kind of get back on the horse, and with 600 meters to go, I was like, all right, we can handle 600 meters. Like, it's not going to matter. Like, we're going to be able to stay locked in on this. And so stayed locked in and was able to cut down and finish, like close out the last lap in a 64. Some of the other guys like closed in 61, which was super cool. And I was like, these guys are stupid fit right now. They've been training all summer. They're just like monsters. And so it's so much fun to see, get out there and run with like guys who've just been building fitness nonstop over the last like 12 weeks. And now I'm like, all right, I can do all right with 5 weeks of training, which is super cool. But yeah, on another note, I've been training kind of by myself a lot recently. Like I'm no longer running with Mississippi College because I graduated. Like I finished up my master's, and so now I finished up my master's back in July. And I've just kind of been like through this last month being like, all right, what are we going to do next? Like, how are we going to navigate? How are we going to move forward? And so as far as training goes, from a training perspective, I've just kind of been training on my own, been doing a lot of stuff by myself. But I've started a run club, and that run club is just, it happens here in the Jackson area. And it's allowed me to connect with other runners that are actually guys that I can run workouts with at 5:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning and go out to the track and they'll run with me. And so it's like, oh, this is super cool. This is a group of people that are actually hardworking, and like having that community, having that group that I've just found because I started a run club is incredible. And it's just a place, like the run club at the heart of it is just like this social gathering that is a place where other people can connect with other people. And that's what I've always kind of wanted it to be, because ever since I kind of moved to Jackson, I was like, okay, it's kind of hard to connect with other people outside of like church or outside of like the people that I knew from school. But having this run club where I can just kind of go and connect with other people who are also like very intentional people, or people that are focused and driven in life, and to go out and be able to connect with people that are going to do workouts with me on a Tuesday or can do a long run with me on the weekend is just super awesome. And it's something that I really value right now. And I'm so happy that I've been able to start this run club. And I was just talking to my friend Mason like yesterday, or maybe today. I was talking to my friend Mason today, and he was saying that he's going out to run with one of the other guys from Run Club today. And so he's going to log some miles. And I'm like, okay, this is just like cool. It's like other people are able to connect, and they're able to like find other training partners. They're able to find other people that can go and run. And so I think that's been a really cool thing that's come out of this. And that's kind of like where I'm at from a training perspective. I'm running a lot of days alone, but I can usually find someone to do a workout with, or find someone to do a long run with on the weekends. And like with Run Club, like we meet up every Saturday at 7 a.m. at Native Coffee in Jackson if anyone wants to pull up. But yeah, that's kind of from a training perspective what's been going on. From like a life perspective, I'm pretty much just trying to step off into social media full time. Over the last like 50 days, I was making Instagram content, and I was making a video every single day for like 50 days. And that gets kind of like tiring, and it gets kind of repetitive. And I didn't feel like I had a really good topic to cover where I was like, oh, I'm really like developing in this area of life. Everything I was doing was kind of slow, like even from a business perspective, from a training perspective, everything was slow. Everything was kind of boring and monotonous. And it felt like I wasn't getting the amount of traction that I wanted. And I felt like I could still provide value to people. I felt like I still had valuable information to provide, but I couldn't necessarily do it through Instagram. I couldn't necessarily do it through a daily mile series where I was posting every single day. And so kind of took a step back from that. And now I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, what I need to do is really dig into like long form stuff. I think my goal right now is to dig into more YouTube stuff, to continue making videos, documenting my training, to use that footage to make Instagram videos as well, but to continue just like primarily making content here on YouTube, which is something that I haven't done in a while, but I know it's like my core audience has always been on YouTube. The strongest audience that I've ever had has been on YouTube, and those are people that truly connect with the videos. Those are people that will sit around and listen to me talk like I'm doing right now. And you watch all the way to the end, and you're like, those are the people that I really care about, and those are the people that I value most. And from like a brand perspective, I've been trying to source more things. I've been trying to plan more drops. I've been trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. But it's just kind of like this slow process, and whenever you source something, it takes months to come in usually. And so you have to it's just this waiting game. And in the meantime, I'm just like, all right, well, I'm waiting for something to come in, so I'm going to train, and I'm going to continue to make content. I'm going to continue to provide value to the people who want it. I'm going to continue to just share my experiences and share my experiences in running, and hopefully it can connect with other people. And with that, maybe continue to also share my experiences in business. And as I'm starting to find like new ways to edit and trying to experiment with the ways that I'm making videos, maybe share some of that too. And it's just kind of like, this is just an interesting phase of life that I'm going into. And I'm also getting married in October. And so there's just all these different variables that are going into what's happening in life right now. And it's just a lot of change happening, and it's a lot of different things that I'm going to have to navigate. But I know once I kind of figure it out, and once I get into a rhythm, it's going to be amazing. And I hope you guys are still here watching the videos. I hope you guys are still connecting with the videos. I hope they're still meaningful. And I'm going to continue to try to provide as much meaning and value as I can from my experiences. And with that, like, I hope that you guys are able to walk away from a video feeling like, oh man, I really learned something from that, or oh man, I'm really hyped up to go out and get a run in. Or it doesn't really matter like the exact feeling you have after watching the video, but more so that like you connected with it in some way. So yeah, that's kind of where I am as far as life goes. I think most things, I think I touched on pretty much everything. If not, then I guess I'll probably talk about it again in a different video. We also have, so Cadence is now my electrolyte sponsor, and they have amazing stuff. They have honestly the best electrolytes on the market. I just started using Cadence a few months back whenever they reached out to me. I was like, yeah, I'll try it. Like, I've always seen their advertising and stuff, and I've always been super impressed with the stuff they've been putting out from an advertising perspective. But to actually taste their product, to try it, I was like, okay, they have something special. Like, it's so good. The flavor profile is so smooth, and it has just been my go-to electrolytes for the past few months. And so if you want to try some out for yourself, you can go to usecadence.com and you can use code Brock, and that will save you some money as well as support the channel, so we get commissions off of that too. And you can try out some electrolytes in the process. And so I'll put the link in the description as well as to my social media and all sorts of other stuff. And so if you want to check that out, feel free to check that out. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.